Hey guys, so I am here with a project share. I need you guys to look at something, so I just thought I'd show you a picture of my husband and I. We went to my cousin's wedding in Baltimore. This was actually at a country club in Phoenix, but it's near Baltimore. So you can just stare at that for a second while I talk. I'm filming this actually on the ground in my craft room because my desk is a disaster. I'm in the middle of making a card, which I hope to share with you sometime this weekend. Basically, I have 4 cards that well, 5 actually, that I've made recently and I want to share. You know, I realized that I haven't been showing any of like my small in-between projects. Like, I'll share like all my mini albums that I make, but I make a lot of cards and tags in between. Sometimes they're last minute and I don't have time to film a video, but sometimes I just don't even think about even making a video. So I'm going to try to commit to showing you guys more than just the big projects, because I know that if I follow a channel and I like someone because of their creativity or their style, like I'm gonna want to see like a lot of stuff that they do. So I'm gonna try to commit more to showing everything that I make, whether it's something I actually have counted as a project or if it's just me playing around with new supplies. Like, you know, if I get like the Heidi swap stencils, for example, like I played around with those and made a card, but it's not like for anything specific, but I'll share it. So let me start with that. This is a card I made using the Heidi swap, the 3x4 stencils that she came out with, and I ordered mine from Blue Moon Scrapbooking. I love them over there, and I had them on pre-order when they first showed at CHA. So all I did was use, I think, the gold and the primrose color shine, and I used the Polaroid one that has the word love on it. And then I used some of her stamps here. I like the multiple stamping technique that Heidi Swap shows on my craft channel. So this is just a really simple card, and then the pink paper in the background is from her, one of her 12x12 paper pads. Serendipity, or I don't really remember, but it's just Heidi Swap paper. So I haven't done anything yet because, again, it was just me playing around with technique. And then that was like a few weeks ago, like a while ago that I made that. And then what is it? Okay, so I made some 6x6 easel cards, which they're really easy to do. You could look up any tutorial on YouTube. But what happened was let me show you here. I have a folio and it's all colored digital stamps. Like, I am obsessed with the Saturated Canary digital girls by the artist Krista Smith, and I'll post the link to her shop below. But every time I get a new girl, like, I'll print her out and I color her. Like, I love coloring. It's very therapeutic and I do it all the time. But then I have these girls and I'm like, what am I supposed to do? I have to get these in a project. So what happened was I always struggled with, okay, do I pull out what I want to use for a card first? Here, let me put this back so you have something to look at. I'm always struggling with, okay, do I color her first and then pull my embellishments? Do I pull the embellishments and then color coordinate how I color her? Like, it was such a struggle for me, and I didn't want it to be that complicated because then it was getting, like, it just didn't make me want to create. So what I did was decide that this is how my this is how my thought process is going to go. I'm going to just color girls however I like, you know, pick different color combinations, color her outfit however, and then when I want to use her on a card, I just pull things from my stash that coordinate, and chances are you're going to have something, and trust me, you will, because I had 4 girls colored, no intentions of what I was going to use them with, no intentions of knowing what embellishments, what paper, none of that. But guess what? Everything came together really well. So let me show you it first. I had colored 2 of the same girl. One is a blonde and one is as black hair I was practicing with. And, you know, some of these girls may not have come out the best, but I'm still going to use them, and that's what I did for these cards. So this is my first card, and it is, like I said, a 6x6 easel card. And I forget what her name is, but this is a really cute girl that was recently released in Krista's shop, and she is super cute. And she's holding a sloth, which I was like, okay, well, what am I supposed to use this for? So, I mean, honestly, you really could use it for anything. A thank you card, a missing you, thinking of you. I mean, really anything. So she was colored with like a salmony orange color and like a mint green aqua. So I was like, okay, let me just go through my stash. So I found a paper pad that had all the coordinating colors, and it's a 6x6 pad from My Mind's Eye, fine and dandy, and the color palette went perfectly. So I love having these 6x6 pads on hand. This one's like halfway used. I don't even know where it came from. I think my mom had already gone through it and handed me off the sheets she didn't like. So it's like a half a pad. So I used up that background paper, which is the banner paper. And then, so I started pulling stuff that matched. This was another coordinating piece of paper from the collection, and I used my, I have a punch, where is it? I thought I took out everything I used. Did I? Of course, this is gonna happen. Yep, here it is. Okay, so, like I said, I'm on the floor, so I gotta get up. This is, I don't know what brand this is, but this is just a hexagon punch that I got at Joann's. I'm pretty sure it's Fisker's, but I'm not positive. So, because I like the idea of having a bunch on a page as like background layering. So I just cut out a couple of pieces of those. And then I thought, okay, well, I know I have a embossing folder with the same pattern. So this is, I think, like a honeycomb pattern. So I embossed that, and I used some vintage photo distressing to bring out the shape of it, but you can see it is embossed. And then, let's see, these two little scroll patterns are from one of my new dies I got at CKC. And then obviously just some bling. This bling and some of these flowers are from, they're leftovers from that I had in my stash from when I went to Texas to Marion Smith's studio down there. She had an artsy escape weekend in November, I think 2 years ago, and I joined up with Tanya Gibbs, who is Psycho Moms on YouTube, and her and I did the artsy escape weekend together, and it was a blast. And Marion Smith was so generous with her kits. We left with so much bling, so many like little junkyard findings is what she calls them, but a lot of little different like stick pins and embellishments and metal pieces and bling. I mean, it was crazy. So I have all this in my stash. Oops, sorry. And I'm using it up. Even that's a Prima flower. But I think these are recollections. These little crocheted pieces are recollections. But again, I've had all this in my stash, and I just wanted to use it up. So it came together really well. I'll show you a close-up really cute. And then, like I said, it's an easel card. So I picked another coordinating pattern from the paper, and it just sits like that. And again, this was something I had in my stash. I had no idea what I was going to use it for, but the colors really matched, especially the orange there. So I just put that on, and that's what the card is. And then the same girl, but I used her, I colored her blonde. I made this card, and it's from the same paper collection, and I loved that it had all this golden yellow scrolls and patterns, and I thought that went really well with her. And it already had an owl there, so I kind of didn't want to cover it up. These little vines that you see are a Sizzix branch with leaves die that I got at Joann's a couple months ago. I think I showed it in one of my haul videos. So I used that, and I cut it with craft paper, and then I used stickles on it, which was originally to cover up a mistake because my glossy accents that I used to glue it down kind of came out, and I just wanted to cover it, and then I just went to town and covered everything. This is a flower cluster, and I don't know if you can see underneath, but I have some burlap leaves and burlap flower shapes that I cut from my Tim Holtz tattered floral die. And all the flowers you pretty much are going to see on these cards are yellow or teal, because that's what I had in my stash. I don't buy flowers. I'm not a flower girl. I just had them from a previous project that I never used, so I needed to get them used up. So that's why you'll see they're pretty much only going to be yellow and mint green. So I stickled those as well to match my little leaves that I did. And then I just used my Spellbinders label die, and I stamped I love you to the moon and back, and used gold embossing powder. And I love how she came out. Again, she's an easel card, so I just set her like this, and I can write in here my sentiment. So she's super cute. And then Okay, this one, again, I was just practicing black hair, and I colored her. She is called, her name is Hannah, and she's actually from one of the new releases that Krista did. She did custom work for people. I got one done too, but I liked a lot of the other girls' stamps, so this one was a custom one, and I love the kitty cats. I have cats myself, so I fell in love with her. Her hair is so cute. So I practiced black hair coloring, and believe me, I am still practicing. I'm not good by any means, but I thought it was decent enough to use. So I cut her out with one of my spellbinders, and I actually messed up on the corner, so I had to use an embellishment to cover it. But I used a stamp set that I had for cats, and it says, "You're perfect, you're kitty kitty." And I know who this is going to. The other cards I just made for fun, but I actually know who this is going to, and she has black hair, and I thought that, and she's young too, so I thought that she would really like it. So to pull out the colors that she already was, I used a 6x6 piece of paper from the Lucky Charm collection, the same collection I used in the mini album that I showed last month. And then, okay, this is what I mean about finding stuff you already have. I had all these never opened. They're from Michaels, but remember these little embellishment card making kits that they had? I had picked up a bunch and I haven't used them, and I'm like, oh my god, okay, I need to start using what I have. So since I'm just trying to use up my stuff, I found this pack had this little heart, this little background doily shape, the word hey, and this black and mint colored heart, and the colors all work together so well, so I just put those all on here. And I even put a little bow tie here, which you'd probably think, okay, why would you put a bow tie? But I love this punch that I got. I ordered this online, and it's got the bow tie and the mustache, and this is from EK Success. So I thought, well, it could always be a bow for a girl, so I put that on there just because I thought it was cute. I used a Recollections lace on a roll here, and this piece of paper on the bottom is another sheet from the same collection. And that same die that you saw here, it's barely noticeable on this card, but this one here is the same one I used here, so you can see the shape better. So I just added that on there. I love the black and how it pops against the pinks and the mint greens. I love this card. And then I used this little scroll pattern, on the bottom as a little element here if she keeps it propped up. So I love her, and she just has mint green, like a gradient ombre paper. Why isn't this focusing? On the bottom. So I love that. So that's my third card. And then, okay, this one is my favorite. I'll show you the paper after. Where is it? I thought I had it nearby. Yes, I do. Okay. Just want to make sure I had it. Okay, so this is my last card, and oh my gosh, I love her. Love her so much. Her name is Waiting, and she's just sitting on a little stool with a book, and I love how everything came together with this. Let me try to zoom in. Sorry, the lighting's getting a little bad in here. So the paper I used is from the Crate Paper style board. It's a 6x6 Maggie Holmes style collection that I just got from AC Moore. And I don't even have to flip through, but this is the pattern that I used. Because she was already pink, and I colored her eyes blue. So that's where I got my inspiration of what to pull from my stash. So again, using up more yellow flowers that I had, and I stickled them. And I stickled the little heart on her shoe. I don't know if you can see that. And then this already came kind of like with like a sugar glitter on it. It's so thick and it's so pretty, but that's a Prima flower. So these are the only flowers I had in my stash, was these yellow ones, the blue ones, I mean the aqua ones, and these pink ones. That was it. And then this is a leftover little mason jar that was cut out from the Dear Lizzie Lucky Charm collection, but in 6x6. I mean 12x12, but this is the collection, and it was a whole 12x12 page of mason jars. And it has, you can probably barely see it, but it says, "You are my sunshine, my only sunshine." So this I put up here, "You make my heart sing." That's a cutout from, I think, the 6x6 pad. So that came together really well. This is a little chipboard banner piece underneath here that I layered. I think it's Dear Lizzie, but I'm not sure where I got it from. It was just in my stash. And then this little bow tie here is super cute. I have, it's freckled fawn. They're sequin bows. I got these in a rack, and there was a yellow one, and I thought it was just such a perfect touch. And these two little pieces here, again, I've had this in my stash forever. It was like on clearance at Michael's, but it's like got little pom-poms and little pieces, and they're all just pink. But I took the little mini clothespins out and this little metal piece because I just thought it accented the bow really well. So this card came together so good, and I'm so obsessed with it. And then this was the pattern paper that I used on the inside. It's from the same collection, and that one just sits like this. I used the yellow rhinestone bling from Michael's. So I love her. I'm so happy with these cards. I couldn't believe how well they came together. I just had like such a flow of creativity that day. And oh my God, I really, really had a good time making these. So of course, after making these and using flowers, now I'm like really into flowers. So I went to Michael's and Hobby Lobby this week, and I picked up some flowers, which I'm going to show in a haul video. Not much, because I don't want to have like an abundance of them, because I have nowhere to really put them, but I got some just to have, and that's it. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I promise to share more stuff that I make as I do it, because it's fun to show things I make. I like it. I don't have a style. I always say that. I just put things together that are cute. If I like it, that's all that matters. So, oh, I don't know if you can see, but I stickled the scroll part of the label. Well, the lighting's getting a little bit better in here. So yeah, anyway, thanks guys so much for watching. If you have any questions on anything I used in here, I try to show anything that you might be really curious about, like the dies. So again, this die is from Sizzix, and it is the branch with leaves, the medium. I'll try to show you the barcode. Hold on. The barcode for that. And then again, this is from EK Success, and it's got the bow tie and the mustache. It's really cute. And then this one, again, I'm not really sure where it's from, but it is from Joann's, and it's a hexagon punch. And these girls that I use in here are all from the Saturated Canary store, and the artist is Krista Smith, and she is amazing. I don't even want to tell you how many of these I have of hers. So thank you guys so much for watching.